Hi everyone and welcome to the test version number 4 of Season Oceans. Today's video will be separated in 3 parts. The first one will be about some of the mobs that have been improved, just a little bit. But I will not show all of them, okay? Some just have minor fixes. The second part will be about the new mobs. And finally, I will answer to some questions such as how many test versions are left and how long will it take. So if you agree with this, let's jump into the video. If you tried version 1, 2 and 3, you probably noticed that the world is different. I get rid of the structure and I just left some chests. So the first chest contains all the mobs from the old versions, the second one too. And what interests us now is this chest right here. It contains some of the mobs that have been improved. There's the dolphins that can now jump out of water and make some tricks. There are 9 of them, so I think it's great. I will leave a link in the description. The orcas can swim together, but it still needs improvement. Now the squid makes some ink particles when hurt. The seahorse and pipefish can go to coral blocks to rest, and they will have a new animation. The shark you see can go faster at night than day because in the day it sleep. When you hurt it, it will go away if you are out of the water. But just look at this. If you are in water, then it knows that it can attack you. So it will swim you and good luck to get out of the water. And it's supposed to leave you, but it still needs some improvements. Now, the new mobs. There's a lot of them, and you probably saw some video on YouTube, but I just want to make a review of them. So this is the blanket octopus, the female version. So it opens its veil when going away from hostile mobs, and if you hurt it. There's also the male version, which is really different. You see, it has the third arm that is a bit special because when they reproduce, in fact, they cut their arm, the special arm, and they give it to the female. So it's really special, and that's how it happens in real life. So just look at this. You see that it lost its arm. So now it only have 7 tentacles. And they will die slowly and slowly. This is the stingray. It just swims randomly, but if it is close to shrimps, it has a lot of chance to bury itself in the sand and wait for a prey, such as shrimps. And eventually maybe more animals. So just like this. And obviously if you hurt it, it will swim away. There's also the cuttlefish that surprised me a lot because I learned so much thing about them, and I suggest you go on internet and find by yourself. They can change color and a ton of colors. They can also change the texture and their locomotion. So that's what I've made in the game too. Every 30 or 40 seconds they change color and the type of locomotion. So you see, sometimes they are backward, sometimes forward, and they change color. This is the krill, which is in fact a bunch of particles. These were my first particles ever, so I'm really proud. I think it really makes like a big cloud effect, and I like it. And it doesn't really lag the game. This is the swordfish, one of the fastest fish in the add-on. There's the lobster with also the escaping animation. So just like this. The sea lions, I know the swimming animation still has to be improved. On ground they look like this, so they have their walking animation, and they act like most of our mobs, so they sleep at night. I will just show you like this. So they close their eyes and they rest peacefully. Eventually they will make some trades. These are the biggest size. I really don't know how to pronounce them in English, I'm sorry. So let's just call them sea moth for now. You can also take them in a bucket. There's the horseshoe crab, which are not crabs, but That's the name we give to them. And this is really how they swim. I was surprised. So they have a 30-degree angle, and on ground they look like this. So you see, they go like this. And eventually they will breathe only if they have sand around. Okay, bye bye. And this is the ribbon eel. That's the female version in yellow. The male is in blue. You see? And if it gets close to some coral blocks, it will eventually go away and hide in sand or other blocks. So just like this, you see? And they really look like this when they are hiding and waiting for a prey at night. Finally, we have the hermit crabs. So they run away if you hurt them without a shell. But if you give them a shell, look what will happen. They will run and try to get their shell, the first one. And if you hurt them and they have a shell, they will hide in it, just like real hermit crabs. And eventually, maybe, I'm not sure yet, I will give them a sleeping routine. These are the other shells that you can have. And eventually, when you will break the shell, you will be able to take it with you. You can also carry the animal in a bucket, just like this. And if it has a shell, I'm really proud because it can actually take the shell with it. So, and it gives the right shell when reappearing. So just like this. And finally, the submerging. So it's a mix of submarine and urchin, and it works the same way. You put the carpet in the top slot to go up, and in the down slot to go down, while opening your inventory. And you remove the carpet if you want to go at the same level. And just look at this. I know the visibility is horrible, but it's a compromise because look, it's a defense vehicle. So you are protected and you can simply go on the hostile mob and it will kill them. So that's the compromise that I wanted. It's not an exploration vehicle, it's an attack one. And finally, the cast net, which is available in your inventory, but not in the chests. And it has a lot to offer as a loot because it can give you the default fishing loot and also some custom loots. And if you want it to get closer, you just have to hold a lead and it will move forward to you. And while we wait, I will answer to the questions that I said I would answer. So how many test versions are left? Well, it's probably 2. So there will be version 5 and version 6. The 5th one is about the babies and the eggs and a lot of new behaviors. And the final one would be the spawn rules and also the sounds. So if everything goes as planned. Now just take a pause and look, this is all the loots you can have, but you can have even more of them, okay? This is just a question of luck. And you have them in many quantity, and a maximum, I think, of 10 items, group items at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed and that it was helpful. See you next time.